Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, and it is almost 5 p.m. Central Time. Going to look at the US dollar, the euro, S&P, Nasdaq, oil, and natural gas. So let's get started. Looking at the 1 hour chart of the US dollar index here. And so it looks like that low that they set on last Friday, that looks like that was the end of this C wave here. So I thought they were going to be chopping around here and still come down one more time to break it, but this is such a big move up here. So not unless they are creating one really nasty looking pattern. Not unless this is 1, 2, 3, and then this is, oops, 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to come all the way back down for 3, 4, and 5. It looks like this three ways right here finished off that ending diagonal. Can't confirm that until this high of 104.93 gets taken out. Then we can confirm that the ending diagonal is done. So, it definitely looks like, that got a three-wave move here, and then you got a, three wave down. So I'm expecting this to come up and break this high, and probably be the start then of a leading diagonal. But if they come back down and break this 103.83, then then they might still be going farther down here and extending this this fifth wave. So kind of right now right in the middle of this range, and it's really hard to call it either way, but I'm leaning towards just because this is such a strong impulsive move up, almost breaking it, that I think they do come in and break that high. And then if we look at the euro, so I was thinking that all this sideways is just a big consolidation, and it was going to be like a 1, 2, well 3, and then they were just going to break that low and then break that top. But if the dollar's going to go up, then obviously the euro's going to go down. So then the only way I can see this is if there's this is just the start of a really big, this is all leading diagonal down to here, three waves here, and now you're starting. So that this actually might be 3 down here because it gets really choppy up here. So it could be like 1, 2. So that's 3, and then here's 1, 2, 3. That could be 4, and then come break this low, and then this whole thing will be the start of a leading, or the first port of the impulse down. It would all be a leading diagonal. That's the only way. I mean, this is just so sideways that it's looking very corrective. So. But again, the euro right now too, it's right in the middle of this range, and we can't call it yet, but it's looking more and more like this actually might be the start of downside. So I'm leaning towards that view now. Let's go on to the S&P. So very whippy day today when all the news came out. So you had the JOLTS number come out a little hotter than expected, and then the FOMC minutes came out, and so things were getting really whippy here. So I still see this as 3 waves down, and then after that, now we've just been going sideways. I mean, just chop, chop, chop. So I got 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and to me that this move here coming down, I got 5 waves. So I see this as one, and we're coming down now. And then we just made a really deep correction, and then eventually they're going to reverse back down. The price action at the end of the day, though, has got me a little unsure. Just really strong up move, but this could still just be, they're creating like a diagonal here. So you got like a 1, 2, and a 3 down, and then you got 1. Oops, that should be up there. And then 2. So they could have come up, break that top one more time, so get maybe up to like 38, 8, anywhere 81, all the way to 90 or so, kind of fake everyone out, thinking, yeah, we're going back up, and then pull the rug out when we drop. So, and it becomes a little bit more clear when we look at the Nasdaq on why I think that we're going down. So then I think this will turn out to be just a 1, 2, 3, and then this is 1, 2, 3 WXY, and now this is the start. So this is 1, 2, and 3 will be coming down. Because when we look at the Nasdaq, really interesting action on this one. So I got, here's the 1, 2, 3 on this one too. But on the Nasdaq, then, you got 1, 2, 3, and that 3, which was at 11,183.75. Well, let me just finish this. So we got 3 there, and then we got 3 coming down, and then we've got 3 right here, and this high. Let me take all that off. That high right here came in at 11,182. So they didn't break that 183. And so that's why I think this is going to end up being, so this 1, 2, 3 is 1, that's 2, that's 3. I think 4 came all the way up, almost broke it, which would have invalidated it. And now we've got 1, 2, and I think, it looks very reasonable that we'll come and break this low. And then all that will be your 5-wave leading diagonal. And then you get a, correction up, could come, shallow correction, come all the way back up. But it's a leading diagonal, which means that, we're heading farther down. But so that's why I think, the Nasdaq definitely will be coming down, take out this 10,758 level, complete the leading diagonal, and just to be a matter of how far down do they go to complete that leading diagonal, and then we'll get some type of correction up. So that's why I think the S&P will be heading down too. But if they do take this level, this 11,183.75 level, if they take that out, then obviously that's not a leading diagonal, and we'll have to look at this. Somehow then this down here was the leading diagonal, and then this is just going to be a big correction, and we'll still be heading down. Okay, oil. So they did not get up to this zone that I had. Like I said, they didn't have to. They just had to break this previous high of 81.18, which they did today, or yesterday rather, and only beat it by what, about 30 cents or so, and then sold off hard. So this to me just looks like, we've got ABC, that'd be 1, and then we got 5 ways correction up, so that's 1, 2, 3, and now they're going to come down in 3 waves to break this low again, 70.08. They'll break that again. So I got more downside. This is obviously looking very, very strong. It needs a correction at some point here, go up and then take that low out. And natural gas. So to me now, we can move this line down. They finally, oops, I got it on the wrong chart here. Here it is. To me, they finally finished off this 3rd wave. So, we've got ABC for 1, ABC for 2, and then I got A, come on, B, and then 5 waves down here, completed for C. Then we got a pretty strong reaction today. So if this low does hold, or ends up being, this 3894 does end up being the low for the 3, then I expect 3 ways up into this, at least this area. So come back up to like 4.6, maybe even up to back to 5. You know, give us a 3-wave correction up into this area, and then come back down. So this will be the 4th wave up into here, and then come back down and break this low again. So, you know, it's looking like that. You know, this is, well, I guess this wave over here was looking pretty strong too, but you know, compared to all these other waves, this is one of the bigger waves going up. So that's why I think this 3rd wave is in, and I expect just, you know, kind of trudging on up here. Won't last very long. I still think though that we got one more down move to go after they make this correction here. So I'm looking for 3 waves up. Doesn't have to even come up to here, or they could, you know, come even above it, but looking for 3 waves and then coming back down. Alrighty, that's all I got. So let me know of any comments or questions, and I'll talk to you guys later.